So one of the benefits of this whole coronavirus thing is that a lot of streaming platforms are releasing their movies early, including Disney Plus, who just today, I literally just watched it, released Onward, which is a really fun, cute little film. Let me just start off by saying that I really connected with Ian's character, and I think all of us can connect with Ian's character, of kind of being the outcast, not, kind of being shy, being timid. I know my dad's gonna watch this, and he's gonna say, "You've never been Charitoon," but yes, I have been. And it's something that I've worked on, because there are situations that just are not fun sometimes. That being said, I really enjoyed how Ian kind of progressed throughout the story. Of course, it was an hour and 45 minutes, so it was a fairly quick progression. So it's mildly understandable. I think all of us have wanted to go on some sort of fantastical adventure. And I'm going to tell you right now the very cliche thing that life is an adventure. I've always been one for fantasy, for make-believe, for believing or thinking of these potential things that could happen. I love movies, I love theater, I love make-believe. It's just something that I enjoy. And so I really like how Disney incorporated that into a world that we could also recognize. Take something with magic, for example, Lord of the Rings. There's not much. Yes, we can still connect to the characters and everything, but we can't see it in our world. Harry Potter, on the other hand, works perfectly because it incorporates both our Muggle world and the world of wizarding, the wizarding world. Now, what this does is it kind of does I know this is not the first movie to do it, but it kind of does a Zootopia, where it says, hey, this is your world, but everything is slightly different. Ever so slightly. I almost kind of would have wanted a bit more insight into the world. I would have loved to see just they show up in that gas station scene, and there's like a news broadcast going on with 2 missing children, and the reporter is an elf or whatever. I think that would have been really interesting, and it would just added another level. I think it was very creative of Disney to have this pair of pants, this sentient pair of pants. Again, I really enjoyed the magic. I also enjoyed they had the magic thought out. It wasn't just, oh, look, you can unlock doors. It was, this is your spell. This all comes from a historical spot, a historical place. This is all actual real magic. I enjoyed that. I really did. I think Tom Holland and Chris Pratt make a fantastic team. We saw that in the Avengers, and we of course see that now. Let's talk about LGBTQ plus representation in Hollywood. Now, if you're new to watching me, or you're new to knowing me, you need to know that I am gay. And it is something I'm very proud of. It is something that I hid for many, many years. And I'm now trying to make up lost time for that. But we always, every so often, is always like, oh, this is LGBTQ plus representation in these films. And you'll see that, and you're like, yes, thank you. And then you get the scene like in Onward. You have a police officer just in passing saying that her girlfriend did something. You know, not even something sexual. Just literally, oh, my girlfriend liked that movie, or something like that. Companies should not be allowed to say, oh yes, we have representation, if that representation is one sentence. The same thing happened with Rise of Skywalker, which I didn't even mention in my review because I forgot about it. They're like, oh my god, there's gonna be LGBTQ plus representation in this. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Literally, 2 women in the background kissing. That's it? I'm not asking for every character to be gay, but you can't say, oh, we are a powerhouse of representation and just have 2 seconds of it. No, that's not representation. That, like, yes, that's real life, but you can't be touting, oh, like, so many companies now act as if they are these powerhouses of representation. That's not how this works. I think for what it was fun. It was obviously designed as a kids movie. You know, it was a very touching movie, and the whole story about, you know, trying to get back to see Dad, I think is something that a lot of us can either relate to, or, you know, in some way, we've all lost somebody, whether it be a family member, a pet, a best friend, somebody, that, man, if we could get him back for 24 hours, we absolutely would. And so I think this was very relatable on that behalf. I kind of like how it wasn't a super happy ending. Because, here's the thing. About halfway through, I realized that what they could do is, oh, well, until the spell is fully cast, you know, the timer doesn't start ticking. I thought they might do that. Just because that would be the happy ending. You know, they get their 24 hours, and that's that. Or even, oh, the top half then gets another 24 hours, or something like that. Just because that would be the happy ending. And they didn't, and they kind of kept it non-satisfying, but in a satisfying way. I am going to give Onward 3.5 stars. It was kind of your run-of-the-mill movie with a bit extra sprinkled in, a bit of extra emotions, a bit of good comedy, and, you know, really tugging at the heartstrings, but other than that, it was kind of not generic, not predictable, but just kind of okay. And again, it was made for kids, so that's perfectly fine. 3.5 stars for Onward, which is now streaming on Disney+. Again, not a sponsor, but they can be if they want to. Want more? Check out chrismoviereviews.com, follow me on Instagram and Reddit, sign up for the newsletter, and submit a user comment for me to read, and don't forget to like and subscribe.